prescription.
Okay.
Look at my prescription.
Hang on.
Get off of me.
This incident, caught on police body camera, has now triggered a $30 million lawsuit. You're watching Newsday TV. Thank you for joining us. I'm Drew Scott. The man in that video claims that police roughed him up and arrested him as he was walking out of his doctor's office. Virginia Huey has the story.
I didn't do anything.
Hang on, bro.
I just came out the doctor.
You're watching police body cam video of an encounter between Nassau officers and Tyrone Pfeiffer of Hempstead on December 22nd, 2021.
That morning was the worst day of my life. I was abused and accused of something that I didn't do.
The 63-year-old grandfather says he was wrongfully arrested in a case of mistaken identity. Now Pfeiffer has filed a $30 million federal civil rights lawsuit against the department and Commissioner Patrick Ryder, alleging excessive force, false arrest, and racial profiling.
I feared for my life.
It happened in Baldwin after Pfeiffer left a doctor's appointment. Pfeiffer says he was approached by police who were searching for a black male suspect involved in a case in the neighborhood.
Give me my stuff.
You need
Look
to
at my ID. Look at my
Where's your ID?
prescription.
Pfeiffer says it didn't take long for the officers to determine he wasn't the suspect they were looking for.
44 seconds into this video, that sergeant who had the body cam should have said, "We have the wrong person. Take your hands off of him." Instead, they treated him like a piece of meat.
Pfeiffer says police tackled him, kneeled on him, and pulled him up by his arms. He says police charged him with obstructing governmental administration.
And it happens to black people of color or nationality other than white every day.
Pfeiffer says he was then forced to defend himself in criminal proceedings for over 10 months. Brewington says all of the charges were finally dismissed on November 1st, 2022, because Pfeiffer's legal aid attorney fought for him. Brewington claims Pfeiffer's case reflects a pattern of race-based policing in the county. Nassau police declined comment, citing pending litigation. Pfeiffer says the encounter has left him living in fear.
It affected me so awful, so bad.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more on this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The NYPD Commissioner has resigned amid a federal investigation. Edward Caban sent an email to the department announcing the news today. This comes after his cell phone was seized by federal authorities.
A short time ago, I accepted the resignation of the NYPD Commissioner, Edward Caban. He concluded that this is the best decision at this time.
Now, Caban took over as police commissioner back in July of 2023. He has been with the NYPD since 1991. A Shirley man has pleaded guilty in a drive-by shooting at Lee Zeldin's house. Noah Green pleaded guilty to conspiracy and attempted murder charges. Prosecutors say the 20-year-old shot at 3 people in front of the former congressman's home. It happened back in October of 2022. He's due back in court next month and is expected to be sentenced to 12 years in prison. Pro-Palestinian protests have resumed at Stony Brook University. Nearly 50 protesters marched on campus today, marking the first demonstration of the school year. Almost 30 students and staff were arrested during the protests back in the spring. A spokesperson for the university did not respond for comment. Police are looking for 2 men that vandalized the Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy Park in Lake Ronkonkoma. The town of Brookhaven released these photos of the masked men who allegedly left graffiti on the memorial and then spray painted a security camera. Michael Murphy was a Medal of Honor Navy SEAL from Patchogue. He was killed in Afghanistan. This is the second time the park has been vandalized. Now, police are asking anyone with more information about this to call Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-800-220-TIPS. Kathy Hochul says that she has skin cancer. The governor says she will have it removed from her nose tomorrow. The 66-year-old told reporters her doctor found it during a routine checkup and described it as a tiny speck. The average mortgage rate has dropped to its lowest level since February of last year. That's good news. I'm joined by Newsday business reporter Jonathan Lamantia to find out what this means for Long Island buyers. And Jonathan, I guess it is good news in some ways.
Yeah, so it gives more buying power, to those home buyers who are out there looking to buy a house. When the mortgage rate drops, you can afford to offer more on your house based on your income. You could get approved for a larger mortgage if you do need a bigger loan.
The number is what now, 6.2%?
Yeah, 6.2%. So we were, earlier this year up around 7%, and that could mean a few $100s on your monthly payment. So, those monthly budgets of people who are shopping for a house right now, that can make a real difference.
What does this look like now? Does this signal kind of a loosening of the housing market? Because up until now, it's been very tight. The inventory is low. The home prices are very high.
So one mortgage banker I talked to today was saying that he thinks it really needs to go below 6%, maybe drop even more to really loosen up and convince people, the issue we've been having is not having enough houses for sale. And so to convince the person who might have a much lower mortgage rate to finally put their house on the market, you might need to see rates drop even more. So really you have, the mortgage rates drop here, people get more buying power. You might have some more aggressive buyers for the same number of houses on the market, and that could actually inflate prices.
Now, we've just learned that, the inflation rate's down slightly, median income is up, so that is a good thing. But then again, people are hanging on to their homes because of the continued high interest rates.
Right. So the people who, maybe would want to downsize or upgrade their homes, they just haven't been putting their homes up for sale. And maybe that's because they're waiting for mortgage rates to fall a little bit more, or they just don't see the house that they want out, when they search on the market. So if you're not convinced that that house is out there for you, why would you go and get a higher monthly payment with the mortgage rates the way they are right now?
The one good thing is the rate is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely mortgage rates moving down. Home buyers should love to see it.
Newsday business reporter Jonathan Lamantia, thank you very much. And you can read more about Long Island's housing market on Newsday.com. All you have to do is click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The MTA CEO and LIRR's president spoke to the press today ahead of their 5-year capital plan. Newsday transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo has an update from Jamaica, Queens.
I'm here at the Long Island Railroad's Jamaica Control Center. This is kind of the nerve center for the LIRR, where they control all their trains throughout the system. Earlier today, just outside of here, MTA leadership held a press briefing where they discussed a number of plans for the future of the MTA, including their next 5-year capital program, which is expected to be released later this month. This is the budget that will fund infrastructure investments through 2029. The last capital program cost $55 billion. This one is expected to cost significantly more. And we got a little preview of what might be in there. Talked about all the trains being controlled out of here. There is a desire, the MTA chairman made it clear, to buy many more trains. He talked about a dramatic increase in the railroad's fleet of new train cars. Also talked about continuing the expansion of the railroad's branch system. This was in response to a question I had about the potential for electrifying Port Jefferson. No direct answer there, but made it clear that they want to continue investing in expanding the railroad system. One thing that's not super clear is how it's going to get paid for. The current capital program, which was $55 billion, they still haven't finished paying for that one. The last $15 billion of it was supposed to come from congestion pricing, and as we know, the governor pulled the plug on that. The MTA chairman made it clear that he doesn't expect congestion pricing will factor much into the next capital program, which by some estimates will cost as much as $90 billion or more. And he's made it clear that to pay for it, the state will need to come up with some kind of new funding source. In Jamaica, Queens, for Newsday TV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
Thank you, Alfonso. And you can find the latest news from the LIRR on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Well, Billy Joel is coming to UBS Arena on New Year's Eve. This will be the second time the Piano Man performs in Elmont on the holiday. Last year's concert was more than 2 hours long with both original songs as well as covers. Tickets go on sale to the general public on September the 20th. Music history was made here on Long Island at MTV's Video Music Awards, and Elisa DiStefano was on the black carpet with all of the stars.
Some of the biggest artists in the world are about to walk this black carpet. Music history about to be made right here on Long Island at MTV's Video Music Awards.
Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Video Vanguard Award winner Katy Perry, and so many famous faces arrived at UBS Arena in Elmont for a star-studded show.
Who are you most excited to see tonight, Nellie? Everyone! Who are you both most excited to see tonight?
We have different answers for that. Okay. So you go first. Sabrina Carpenter, I love her.
Okay.
Eminem, I love him.
I know. And LL.
Oh,
we're showing our age now.
Oh, I love him.
Get better with age.
The show celebrates artists from all over the world.
Huge moment for us. We're just very happy and very honored to be here.
Oh my gosh, congratulations on your nomination. What will it mean for you to have a moon person? And who gets to keep it?
I mean, we're sisters. We all get to keep it. But I mean, it would mean the world to us, and like to be able to represent Mexican rock in this way, and like for us to be nominated in this category, such incredible artists, it would just mean the world.
But it's also a happy homecoming for some of our own.
We'll be at an Islanders game in no time.
What do you think about this being home on Long Island?
Oh, it's going to go down. This is full circle for people like LL Cool J, who live actually blocks away from here. I promoted a concert at Roller Castle here in Elmont about 40 years ago. So this is really full circle. No, it's not Nassau Coliseum, but it's not Barclays, but this is right in the middle. It's full circle, and the VMAs here's a perfect thing.
And for the 40th anniversary of the VMAs, MTV says this is the biggest scale production they've ever had. And it's happening here at the UBS Arena in Elmont. Elisa DiStefano, NewsdayTV.
And you can read more about the VMAs on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Okay, here's what's up on Long Island. Check out the Long Island Fair. You'll find craft demonstrations, singers and dancers, glass blowing, and much more. It's Friday through Sunday at Old Bethpage Village Restoration. On the Dragon Boat Fest, boats and their teams compete for medals at the Jean Garant Harborfront Park. It's Saturday in Port Jeff.
Saying he's a bad guy, all I know is that guy must have up and lost his mind tonight.
And you can see country pop singer Jordan Davis with special guest Tucker Wetmore. It's Saturday at the Catholic Health Amphitheater at Bald Hill. For admission info, more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. Now let's take a look at your Long Island weather. A high of 58 degrees during the evening. We'll get some fog later tonight, heading into tomorrow. Here's your tomorrow planner. Fog clears up later in the morning. We'll get a high of 77 degrees in the afternoon. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Drew Scott. Thanks for watching.